Hi, John Kavakis here from My Take, and today we're going to talk about Woodies. In particular, we're going to talk about Brooklyn's 1948 Ford V8 station wagon Woody. Now, I don't know if you've ever had an opportunity to ride in a Woody. They certainly are beautiful to look at. The workmanship on them is a sight to behold. But in practical use, I worked for a dealer back in the 90s, and we had a 1948 Ford Woody. It was a beautiful car, it was beautifully restored, sat on the showroom most of the time. Every now and then we'd take it out for a ride, we'd take it out to a parade, we'd just run it through the countryside just to keep all the fluids moving and everything. And I'll tell you something, they were big, they were heavy, they were noisy, they were creaking and cracking, and the upkeep on them is really a labor of love. So if you know somebody that has a Woody, or if you have one, that's a passion that takes a lot of involvement in it. So they're beautiful to look at. I don't know about so practical to use, but I'm sure the people that have them enjoy them. So the Woodies in 1947-48 were built in Ford's facility up in Iron Mountain in Michigan. They took the wood to make the wood sides from the forest in Michigan. It was milled right there in the facility. They made the door panels out of it. They made the side panels, the outdoor panels, the roof panel, the inside roof panel. A lot of the interior was made out of wood. Ironically, the dash was made out of metal, but Ford decided to give it a simulated wood finish just to keep with the rest of the interior. They came with the L-head V8, 239 cubic inches, 100 horsepower or so. Top speed on the car wasn't all that great, but this is not a car that was made to be going top speed. It was made to tool around town, to carry things, and do it with a little bit of class. And I think Ford hit a home run as far as that was concerned. It's just a beautiful car. They made 8,912 of them in 1948. List price was just under $2,000 or so. They were the last cars that Ford made that had an optional crank start. There was a hole in the bottom of the grille, and the lug wrench would fit into that hole. And if you had to crank start the car, you could crank start it with a lug wrench. For 1948 only, they had a key that went on the steering column with an inner lock to it, just for a little bit of safety, so you wouldn't start the car in gear. That was the only area they did that. In 49, the key moved to the dash. There's a lot of neat things. Last car made during Henry Ford's life. He died in April of 1947. Just a lot of neat things involved in it. So let's take a look at Brooklyn's model here. All this packaging is deluxe. I love it. You can remove the car without touching it. I love that concept. And so here's the model. And let's put it on the turntable and take a close look at it. So the color is great. There's not a wide variety of colors available in 1948, but they've nailed the factory color of gray here. I think it looks fantastic. It's a good, even finish. It's lustrous. The trim on the side of the car is very well picked out. It's actual trim. It's not foil. It's not scraped. The door handles are separate. Let me talk to you about the wood trim here. Brooklyn's done a really good job. It's hard to see this in the pictures, but there's a great scale-to-scale grain to the wood. The framing around the wood is lighter. The inserts are darker. The inserts have a great grain pattern to them as well. I've seen a lot of different pictures. I'll show you a couple here of different colors of the wood grain. It's hard to tell what came from the factory, but as far as I can see, this is very close to the 1:1 pictures that I've seen in this color. So I think they've done a great job with the wood grain. The grille is well picked out, a lot of depth there. The hood ornament looks real good. No lenses in the headlights. I'd like to see that, but at least they've picked out the parking lights, and the emblem at the top of the grille is very well rendered. The windshield wipers are to scale, very delicate looking. They've even got little splash guards at the front leading edge of the rear fenders. The back of the car looks great. The tail lights are well picked out, nicely colored. Separate handles just below the rear flip-up window. The bumper, front and rear, nicely chromed, very nicely rendered, very accurately done. And the wheels and tires, and this is something that Brooklyn is just getting really well. They're the right size. They've got the right emblems at the center of the wheel cover. There's a trim ring that looks great on it. The wheel itself is painted body color. It's all very accurate. They've even got the little chrome trim just beneath the rocker panels. They've done a great job on this car. The fabric covering for the top was supposed to look like vinyl. They've got great texture on it. It's just very well rendered. I like the car. Let's go to the 5-star rating. I put the calipers on this. It's right there at 1/43 scale, very accurate. On fidelity for capturing the lines of the car and replicating them, I'm giving them 5 stars on fidelity. Trim lensing and badging could be a little bit better. So I'm going to give it a 3. I'd like to see more lenses there. Some of the more recent Brooklyns I've seen have done a fantastic job on badging. This is not bad, but it could be better. Interior detail, I'm going to go with a 3. The dash is very well picked out. The seats are very well done, but the door panels and the roof panel are almost non-existent. The cover, 5.0, wheels and tires, 5.0, and when we get to value, and this is where Brooklyn just shines. The value at, the asking price is right around $200 or so. They show up for sale from time to time. You want to keep an eye on that. But even at the asking price, the value is just fantastic. It's $200 or so for a well-done white metal model. So that gives us the overall 5-star total of 21.5 points and takes us to a 5-star rating of 3.5. So this is the Brooklyn 1948 Ford V8 station wagon, and that's our 5-star take on it. Hey, thanks for joining me. If you like the video, I'd like you to click the like below the video there, and I want to ask you to subscribe to my channel. We're having a great time, and I look forward to seeing you again sometime real soon.